Hide, quickly! Where can we go? She shouldn't even be here.
Let's be honest. If you think Game of Thrones has betrayal, paranoia, and family drama, you clearly haven't met the Tudors. Because this is the story of a little girl who wasn't supposed to survive childhood. A girl born into a family where marriages ended with axes, queens vanished overnight, and religion changed depending on who Henry VIII felt like killing that week. Elizabeth I, a princess, a prisoner, a political pawn, and eventually a queen who reshaped the world. But in this timeline, we're asking a different question. What if Elizabeth didn't survive the chaos? What if one decision, one rumor, one signature erased her from history? Before we dive in, if you don't really know who Elizabeth I was, check the video linked right here. Trust me, you'll want the context. Ready to see how England collapses without its greatest queen? Let's go.
A bastard walking proud in these halls.
The Queen would be furious.
Elizabeth!
When Mary I seized the throne in 1553, England was already a bonfire soaked in oil. Religious tension, explosive. Noble factions, biting chunks out of each other. Foreign powers, watching like vultures. And Elizabeth? She was the air people whispered about in dark corners. The Protestant princess in a Catholic queen's England. To some, she was hope. To others, a threat. To Mary, she was a walking prophecy of doom. And here's where our timeline splits. In our real world, Mary hesitated. She imprisoned Elizabeth but never killed her. But in another timeline, Mary doesn't hesitate. Wyatt's rebellion erupts. Nobles scream that Elizabeth should be queen. And Mary snaps, believing that as long as Elizabeth lives, she herself won't. The council pressures her. Conspirators whisper poison in her ear. Philip of Spain isn't in England yet to calm her. So Mary signs the one document that changes everything. Elizabeth's execution warrant. No Tower imprisonment. No interrogation chess game. No miraculous survival. Just a signature, a seal, and a future cut short.
You know what's terrifying? Elizabeth didn't revolt. She didn't rebel. She just existed.
Do you think being born in the wrong family should be enough to get you killed? Because in this timeline, it is.
I am innocent. I am innocent.
Administer the absolution, brother. She fades quickly.
I am trying.
She is gone. May perpetual light shine upon her.
God save Elizabeth, our Queen! Long live the glorious Queen!
Amen. We crown thee Queen, defender of the faith. May your reign be long.
Dawn breaks over London. Cold, silent, heavy. Elizabeth, 20 years old, is marched through the Tower grounds. The same path her mother walked. The same stones stained with centuries of betrayal. Anne Boleyn's ghost is everywhere. In our real history, Elizabeth lived by outsmarting interrogators. Here, she never gets the chance. Crowds gather, stunned. Even Catholics feel uneasy because executing a princess, that's not justice, that's fear. Witnesses later describe Elizabeth as calm, composed, almost ethereal, like she understood her death would unmake England itself. Her last words, "I pray for my sister's reign and for England." And with one swing of the axe, the future vanishes. No virgin queen, no golden age, no Shakespeare as we know him, no defeat of the Spanish Armada, no expansion of English colonies. Elizabeth's death hits the kingdom like a plague.
It's insane, right? One execution create, one execution, and suddenly England loses the only stabilizing force it had. Yeah. Was Mary paranoid, or was Elizabeth truly too dangerous to live? Let's keep going.
Elizabeth's death doesn't stop rebellions. It fuels them. Protestants riot across the countryside. Foreign powers condemn Mary's brutality. France spreads rumors that the Tudor line is cursed. Mary spirals further. Her health deteriorates. Her reputation sinks. And her marriage to Philip of Spain becomes a political nightmare. Without Elizabeth to balance the factions, England fractures into religious warfare years earlier and far bloodier. Then comes the final blow. Mary dies in 1558, but in this timeline, there is no clear heir. Lady Jane Grey's supporters rise again. The Catholic faction pushes for Mary, Queen of Scots. Spain claims influence. France threatens invasion. England is a chessboard, while a gave de Ticli, and every piece is a different religion, a different army, a different future. What follows isn't a smooth transition. It's a civil war. 3 different monarchs claim the throne in 5 years. Cities burn. Nobles switch sides weekly. Foreign nations carve up England like a carcass. There is no Elizabeth to unify them. No compromises. No golden age. Just chaos.
This timeline, it is. You know what's wild? Elizabeth never wanted Mary dead. Mm-hmm. But Mary couldn't let Elizabeth live. Mm-hmm. And it's one of history's darkest domino effects hands. And without Elizabeth, England never recovers. If you were Mary, would you pull the trigger, act, or let your rival live?
What happens to the world without Elizabeth I? Everything falls apart. 1. Spain becomes unstoppable. No Elizabeth means no defeat of the Spanish Armada. Spain dominates the seas and controls half the world. 2. England never becomes an empire. No colonization surge. No naval supremacy. No British America. 3. The United States, probably Spanish, or French, but definitely not English-speaking. 4. Shakespeare's career changes entirely. No Elizabethan patronage, fewer plays, less innovation, possibly no global literary influence. 5. Protestantism weakens worldwide. Without England's rise, the Catholic powers win far more battles, both political and cultural. 6. The Renaissance shifts direction. England never becomes a creative superpower. In short, without Elizabeth, the modern world looks nothing like ours. Europe becomes Spanish-dominated. America becomes Latin Catholic. English becomes a regional language, not global. One queen's death reshapes the entire planet.
Let's keep going. Wild, isn't it? One signature from Mary, and suddenly there's no Elizabeth I, no golden age, no naval dominance. If you were in Elizabeth's place, Toyu, with death around every corner, Toyu, would you survive? Let me know.
This is our path. We must secure the Atlantic Pass before the Spanish realize our intent.
But the
They believe a woman cannot defend this realm. They are gravely mistaken.